Alright, hello folks. Today we are going to learn how to import a dataset into Excel. First, open Excel from your start bar. Open a blank workbook, and then you go to Data and then click Get Data from File, and then you choose what type of data you have. Currently I'm going to show you how to import CSV file into Excel, so I'm going to choose a text/CSV option. You might also have Excel workbook. In that case you'll choose that option. So I choose that, and then it is going to ask you where your file is. In my case I downloaded it into the downloads folder, so gradebook.csv, this is my file, so I'm going to open it, click import. Now it is going to establish a connection and then ask you what to do with this, and it will give you a preview of the data that you have. You can see that it has two columns, first name and last name, names of students, and then some grades. The column names are chemistry, biology, physics, math, English, history, PT, and then hometown. So if you like the data as it is, then you can just click load. But sometimes the data might be unclean. It might not be what you want it to be. Might want to pre-process the data, transform the data in some way before importing it. In that case, you'll have to click transform data. I'm doing that to give you an example of what are the things that you can do with this data before importing it. For example, I could want to split this hometown column into two columns, namely the city and the state. For that, I'm first going to select this column by clicking on hometown, and you can see the entire column is highlighted. And then you can click split column by delimiter. So when you choose this option, you get to tell Excel how to split the column, where to split the column. In my case, my delimiter is going to be a comma and a space, because you see after every city name there is a comma and a space. So I can choose leftmost delimiter, and then I can choose a custom delimiter, and my custom delimiter is going to be a comma and a space. And then I'm doing leftmost delimiter. It doesn't really matter in this case because we just have one split, so whichever you choose, it's gonna do the same thing. And then you click OK. Now you see that you got two columns. The hometown column got split into hometown.1 and hometown.2. Hometown.1 is your cities and hometown.2 is your states. Now I'm going to rename this column. Right click and then choose rename. I'm going to call it the city, and the same way I am going to call this one the state. All right. Now there are a bunch of other stuff that you can do. For example, if you have empty rows, unclean data of that sort, you can just decide to remove those, remove rows, remove blank rows. You can also remove duplicates. You can also remove alternate rows if for any reason you need to do that. So like you only want to keep the odd number of rows or the even number of rows and stuffs like that. You can do a lot of different things with it, but for this first video I'm just gonna keep it simple, and therefore I'm going to just close and load. So click this button. Now it's going to get out of that transform window, and it will give you a nice little table in Excel named Gradebook. Now all you need to do is you save it whatever way you want. In my case, I'm going to save it into my documents and call it Gradebook. That's it for this video. In the next video, I'll show you how to do some preliminary, very basic data analysis calculations, write some formulas into Excel and things like that. Thank you for being with me. Bye.